Hi everyone, my name is Patrick Carter and I'm going to be discussing two Web 2.0 tools that you can use in your classroom. Kahoot and Formative are both excellent resources that you can use to assess your students' understanding of the content, and they're both really engaging as well. Kahoot is a Web 2.0 tool that I myself have used quite a bit in the past. One of the great things about Kahoot is that it is free to sign up, which is great for teachers. I've used Kahoot as a type of review game for my students before a major quiz or a major test. And what's great about it is not only is it free, like I mentioned, but when you log in and create your account, you will see that you have the ability to not only create your own Kahoot games, but you can choose from a selection of already pre-made games for your students to play. Typically, I have students play in groups, but you can also have them play individually. As you can see in this image right here, students play the games on their devices. They answer the questions. They're typically in multiple choice format, and there's usually a timer that goes along with it as well. So students earn points based on not only if they get the question correct, but how quickly they answered it as well. And it's really fun to see the students play the game because typically they get very competitive and they're always very engaged and enthusiastic whenever I have them play Kahoots in class. So this is an example of an already made Kahoot. I found this one in their library of pre-made Kahoot games, and this is one that I found that's related to inferencing, and this is a skill that my reading students are currently working on. So I will have my students work in groups in order to play the game and answer the questions, and we'll be doing this as a review for our upcoming quiz on inferencing. When you click the play button on the game, it brings you to a page where you have an option to play the classic version, which is player versus player, or the team version, which is team versus team. In my case, I'm going to have my students work in teams in order to play the Kahoot game. Once students are in the teams, then they will receive a code that they will input into the Kahoot website, and that code will be specific to the Kahoot game that you're having them. So Formative was a newer Web 2.0 tool for me. I've never used it before, but what sold me on Formative was their website, and on their homepage they have a great layout of what you can expect if you sign up for a Formative account. Like Kahoot, you have the option to find something that's pre-made, or you can create your own assessment and build that and upload it and have your students take a formative assessment through a device or on a computer. It's a little more formative, or a little more formal than Kahoot is. However, what I liked about it is it's more than just quizzes. You can actually create a warm-up or an exit ticket. You can also see live responses, and you can track data in a way that's very organized and help keep track of what your students are understanding and what areas they might be struggling with. So this is an example of a pre-made formative that I found on their website. This is related to the novel Hatchet. It's a chapter quiz, and as you can see, you have the ability to edit your questions. You can randomize the order, and it's a great way for you to quickly not only grade, but have visual data that you can see and track and see what areas your students struggled with and what areas they might need to revisit or that you might need to reteach. So just to summarize, Kahoot's very interactive. It's an incredible assessment tool to review before a major assessment with students. Both Formative and Kahoot are assessment tools. However, Formative allows you to track data, and it could be viewed as more formal than Kahoot. I've used Kahoot before for review for major tests and quizzes, and students benefited because it was a fun way to review the content. Formative benefits students because teachers can track data regarding specific standards. Teachers can also identify areas of improvement for students and develop ways to help them master the content based on the data that they see in Formative. And I could see myself using Formative as a way to quiz my students and create other assessments like warm-ups and exit tickets. Overall, both are great tools, and I look forward to using them in my future lessons.